What is up, Scentsy fans? It's Patricia, and welcome to another week of Tester Tuesday. Tester Tuesday is a series of Scentsy reviews where I get reviews out to you based on how things perform for me, and hopefully that will help you guys decide if a scent's going to work for you or not. So this week we have 2 limited time offer scents, so let's get started. Alright, let's talk about our first place scent of the week with 35% of the vote. We have Harry Potter's Butterbeer. This is a yellow beige colored wax, and on cold sniff, I would say it's medium plus because you can actually smell it as the bar is approaching you. And Scentsy has put this in the bakery section, and this is available as a licensed bar, which means $1 more per bar. So the scent description says, a frothy concoction of creamy butterscotch, softened warm vanilla, and a hint of caramel, best enjoyed with friends. Perfect scent description. I get all those things. It's creamy, it's buttery, it's rich, it's sweet, it's ooey gooey. It borderlines on almost being a little bit too ooey gooey for me, but it does have a little bit of that caramel. Now I'm going to show you a picture here, and this is exactly what it smells like to me. Almost like that creamy butterscotch vanilla and then a drizzle of caramel. And I think Butterbeer is actually like a butterscotch with some cream soda and something else. I will put what it is. I'll put a little split screen here. But this is very much what you're expecting. It's a little bit thick, but not as thick as something like a salted caramel toffee, which is a bit more heavy. And when I first smelled it on cold sniff, it actually reminded me a lot of Gimme Candy. Yes, and one of my customers smelled it and she said it reminded her a lot of caramel sugar cones. So if you like any of those scents, then definitely want to pick this one up and give it a try. So one thing I will say is once I had it going for a little bit, I came out, it was going in my main area and I came out from being away from it, and it almost smelled like the smell that you get when you turn a heater on that hasn't been on for a while. Almost like not quite burnt, but kind of. And then that went away, thankfully, so I didn't really get too much more. And it did throw fairly fast. It does give a cozy home feel. But what does my family think of it? Because I have 3 members that chime in every week. My husband, surprisingly, gave this a really good mark, 8 out of 10. I was expecting a low mark from him. He said, it's a good one, smells like butterscotch. Now, Erica smelled this. She first said 4 out of 10. Then she said 3.5. Ooh, 3. So as she smelled it, she didn't like it. And Ryan said it smelled good at 9 out of 10, which, shocker, he tends to mark things pretty well. So I decided to warm 5 cubes in my open area because I was a little concerned that it might be overbearing. So I normally use 6 there. I decided to go with 5. And I also warmed 1 cube in my storage room, which is a kind of a small room in my beehive warmer. So in the storage room, it was between 8.5 and 9. I left it going 2 days. It's not quite like stick to your clothes, you smell like butterscotch, like a little bit of a heavier caramel, but it does have a little bit of lingering capabilities. And in my open area with the 5 cubes, it smelled pretty well the first day. I would say probably about an 8 out of 10. And then on the second day, we're probably down to a 5 or 6. And then probably 2/3 into the second day, I really couldn't smell it, so I actually changed it out. So I think this would be good for fall, winter. This is the time of year where we're actually getting away from some of these scents, so maybe I would like it a little bit more if it was colder. But you could obviously warm it in the kitchen or somewhere that you want that warm, cozy, sweet feeling, because it definitely is very, very sweet. And some people might think cloying, so if you're not into those caramel butterscotch scents, you're probably going to want to avoid this one anyway. So this would be a good mixer. However, I feel like it's a good medley on its own because that vanilla characteristic kind of softens and creams it up just a little bit. Whereas sometimes people have like a salted caramel toffee, they might find it too strong, or a Gimme Candy may find it too sweet, so they add a vanilla to it. So this kind of accomplishes that. So if you're someone that tends to mix these other 2 scents that I mentioned, then maybe give this one a try. And yeah, good thrower, fairly straightforward longevity for a bakery. Would I repurchase this one? It didn't wow me to the point where I need to have more, because I also have other, I think I have a brick of this, so I really shouldn't be buying something that's so similar. But I'm sure it's going to have huge fans, and I love the packaging. 2 thumbs up for the packaging. That is Harry Potter's Butterbeer. All right, let's talk about our second place scent for the week. It is Honeysuckle Dew. This one had 16% of the vote. It's this yellow colored wax, and I would say on cold sniff, it's just shy of medium, so maybe medium light in intensity. This is a limited time offer as part of the 2025 Garden Bundle, which is the Happiness Blooms collection. It's so much to remember. I can't remember all of it. Anyway, this is the floral category. So Scentsy says, honeysuckle blooms and jasmine petals are tossed with dewy greens and a sprinkle of lemon zest. So we did have a honeysuckle plant in my very first house. I lived there until I was about 9 or 10. And I remember that smell, but I don't know if this smells like that to me. My memory of certain florals is not the greatest. So what I'm going to just say is this smells like a floral scent to me. There's a little bit of brightness. Maybe that's from the lemon. But what I find is there's a back tone to some florals, and it almost smells like an ozonic scent, plus a little bit of that sunblock characteristic. That's what I get with this. So if you're someone that can kind of imagine what I'm saying, that sunblock zinc oxide feel with the ozone and then the florals, that's what this smells like to me. That's all I can say because I can't really say too much more. Now, my husband said, you're burning this one right now. And I said, no, we're melting. He goes, right, melting. And then he goes, yeah, I don't like it. 5 out of 10. So I was so proud of him that he could identify that we were melting it in the bedroom, but he didn't really like it. Erica really liked this one at 8 out of 10. And Ryan says 9 out of 10, surprisingly. And he smelled this one many, many times. I said, why did you smell it so many times? He goes, I don't know. I just like it. So I decided to warm it here in my bedroom because of where I had spots available, not because I overly loved it. I would say scent appeal for me is probably 5 to 6. It's just okay. I put it in my bedroom bathroom, and we have 2 cubes in each of the 2 warmers, so I used a total of 4 cubes in this area. It was about a 6 out of 10. And to be honest, I was so bored of this scent, and I hope you don't love this scent because I might be a little bit bashy of it, but it was just kind of boring. I was just like, I don't know if I can smell it that well as the day progressed, and I'm like, I want to change it. So I did. And in my boys' room, I just left it a day as well. Strength and throw, I said, was only 5 there, so I used 3 cubes there. So the scent that this reminds me the most of, and I don't have it to compare, but there's a scent of the month called Spring Has Sprung from many years ago. That's what this reminds me of. And then there's also a scent that it kind of reminds me of, Cottage Garden, but I don't have that one to compare either, so I could be way off base. I think bathrooms would be good. Anywhere you want a freshness that's not overbearing, so a small space fresh type of scent. This would probably do very well in my storage room, so so I'll probably finish this one there. Will I be repurchasing this one? No, it's just not a stand-up for me, but I'm happy that Erica likes it, but I didn't get to warm it in her room. All right, let's move to the portion of the video where I'm going to draw 6 scents, or present to you 6 scents, and you guys are going to vote. If you're new to my channel, you're going to pick 2 different scents, put them down in the YouTube comment section as your vote. I'm talking too fast and I'm stumbling over my words. If you can't vote on YouTube, find my Instagram post. It's Patricia Gates. Put your 2 votes there. All right, so I'm waiting for my Easter collection bars, so we're going to use those as voting options, and I'm hoping that I'm going to remember all the names because I don't have them written down. But before we get into that, we're going to try to wrap up some of these other ones in case you want to hear about these. So scent number 1 from the Happiness Blooms collection is Hydrangea Bouquet. Scent number 2, also from that collection, is Serene Succulent. And scent number 3, April scent of the month, Keep On Bloomin'. And I'm just proud of Scentsy that they didn't put bloomin' with an apostrophe. Everything is always with an apostrophe. So kind of nice they stuck to the traditional word. So scent number 4 is Lemon Heaven. That is from the Easter collection. Now this is the one I don't remember for sure. I think it's scent number 5. I think it's Peach Paradise. I hope I'm right. If I'm not, go by what's written on the screen. And scent number 6 is Prickly Pear Flare. So thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope you have a great day in your neck of the woods. Don't forget to put your 2 votes down in the comments or go over to Instagram. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.